The Earth has warmed by 1 degree Celsius since pre-industrial times, and current projections see increases of a further 3 or 4 degrees this century. As well as well-publicized melting of ice sheets and increased flooding, wildfires will become increasingly common, quadrupling with every degree of warming. Oceans are warming, droughts and water shortages will increase, affecting people, agriculture and livelihoods, with every degree of warming reducing crop yields by 10%, while global population continues to grow. Diseases will travel away from the equator, endangering regions previously out of reach. These changes will have dramatic impacts not only on people and livelihoods, but also on businesses and whole economies. Climate change is projected to reduce per capita earnings by 23% by the close of the century, with countries in the mid-latitudes, including the US and China, losing nearly half of their potential output. Businesses will face damage to buildings, infrastructure, and agricultural land, as well as disrupted supply chains. A recent report revealing almost $1 trillion of forecast climate-related costs to be borne by 200 of the world's largest listed companies, with much of the pain due in the next 5 years, through a combination of regulation, changing markets, and the physical impacts of climate change. Insurance losses will continue to increase, with some risks becoming uninsurable, and a combination of losses and economic instability will pose significant risk to the global banking system. Keeping warming below 1.5 or 2 degrees, preventing the worst physical effects of climate change, will require unprecedented international cooperation. Such cooperation is needed to support a transition that will see a redevelopment of our economies and societies on a par with the Industrial Revolution, but in about 1/3 of the time. This will mean fundamental changes in the way we produce energy, manufacture products, construct buildings, heat homes, transport people and goods, and produce food. The OECD estimates that $90 trillion of infrastructure investment is required in the next 10 years, roughly 5 times US GDP. However, transition is increasingly seen as more of an economic opportunity rather than a cost. This scale of investment will present huge potential upsides to those who can spot and take these opportunities. Alongside attempts to limit global warming, there will be significant development of technology and investment in adapting to the changing physical world in areas such as flood defenses, relocation of communities, redesign of our water infrastructure, investment in drug development and delivery, widespread agricultural change, and redesign of supply chains. There will also be opportunities for those who can preempt changes in societal values and customer expectations. So, how will your business respond to climate change?